and welcome to the big show. I am your host, Jerk, and hello? Is anyone there? You'll be forgiven for thinking that we had closed up shop, as we all know I've been in absentia from making any videos, and while I wish I could blame that on anything other than disinterest, claiming as such would be dishonest. I just think this game is in need of something to change up the meta, which is feeling a little stale as the bread that has been in my refrigerator since before this pandemic started. But how can we spice this game up? Oh, I know. With some Ermahgerd Perch Nerts Big Show crossover extravaganza. So to get these patch notes, let's get our guest for this evening out here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Tier 3 Premium US Battleship. Give it up for Arkansas. Now, real quick, I will just go ahead and put my commander and modules up on here, and some of you may have seen this screenshot I posted in the community tab of this match, and as such, you'll know that this is an under 15,000 damage Kraken. It is truly the best, worst game I have had to date. I mean, the game isn't bad, but the game itself is bad. You follow? Well, look at the lineup. 6 destroyers per team, a battleship, a cruiser, and a carrier. So, let's get to these patch notes. No doubt, the most exciting news to me in this update is the ZF-6, which is a French destroyer that's been jerry-rigged. Get it? We'll get to that. We'll get to try that out next week, and we'll see how it is. To me, it could be interesting. It doesn't have Hydro, but it does have essentially French torps, solid AP, but the weak sauce HE, so I think this may be one where you may find yourself shooting AP at destroyers more often than you expect, and with that main battery reload booster, well, we shall see. Now, after that, we've got the YOLO Emilio, only without the YOLO. At the time of this recording, the ship does not have rolling smoke, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the rolling smoke will be coming because that's what this ship is. Anyway, I have the global XP saved for this, so we'll be picking it up on Monday and be trying it out. But who will we use to command this? Well, we got 2 new commanders, folks, Giuseppe and Luigi. Will they have twist and track? Who knows, but they won't even need it. That's right, folks, every destroyer commander is getting a new perk called Perceptive, which will allow you the RPF of twist and track, but not the turret rotation speed, better ability to detect torpedoes, and I believe it reduces the damage to your destroyer a little. And that's kind of interesting. It's going to be a third line skill, and I have to wonder if I will use it. There's no doubt I will use twist and track on every nation that has it, but do I need it on the Brits and the French? I could potentially see using it on the Brits, but I don't think I would on the French. I know at the Kleber, that would mean giving up the extended torpedo range, and I'm not sure that's going to be worth it to me, but I'll be curious to hear what you are all thinking. Let me know down in the comments. Should we talk balance changes? And we continue to see the struggle of trying to balance the top tier gameplay. Part 1. You can fail Division Tier 7 and Legendary Tier now. What does that mean? Well, it means you can division up with your friends who don't have Legendary Tier ships, but what does it really mean? I believe that this is a sign that Wargaming is still struggling to balance Legendary Cruisers, and their desire for people to fail up carriers into Legendary to try and combat the incredibly stale gameplay up there where you have 5 battleships, 1 HE spamming cruiser, and 3 destroyers. Will it work? I remain very skeptical. But speaking of carriers, rebalance the Tier 7 carriers. All of them are getting squadrons capable of triple drops. Oh, except Shikaku's torpedo planes, which are going to be 8 plane squadrons capable of 4 drops of 2. Now that may sound rather extreme, but the individual planes actually have smaller health pools now. That is if they're not in invincible mode. Speaking of, there's a new medal, the Clear Sky medal, for when you shoot down 20 planes in a match. You know what else you'll get? spotting ribbons for all classes. See, all that huffing and puffing was all for naught. We got a new game mode, Epicenter, in Tier 4 on the Big Race, which is the very map I am being played on right now. That's fun. Hopefully we will see this branch out to the other tiers, and I'm sure we will once there's enough data gathered. Hopefully the weird wonky spawns have been addressed as well. We're going to get some new commanders and an Arpeggio of Blue Steel collaboration, 5 commanders to be exact, and 2 ships. I wonder if one of those might be that mysterious Tier 7 destroyer. A skin for a Tago, and so much more. We should start seeing the Kansas soon. I myself will have to grind out the North Carolina before I have it, so maybe in a week or so, maybe less if I really like the North Carolina. There's going to be a big new legendary birthday project to wait through, which I'm sure will be chock full of goodies, past and present, celebrating all the accomplishments of the past 2 years. And lastly, Ranked. 3 seasons of Ranked to be exact. 2 for a weekend sprint, 1 being a Tier 6, and 1 being a Tier 7. So I may participate in those. Maybe dust off the old Orkin or Sinop. You know, there will be a lot of Belfasts either way. This is what many have been waiting for, so I think that should be fun. But what about Tier 7? A lot of speculation you will see endless Udachis and Wichitas, but I don't think that will be the case. I imagine I will probably be taking out the Ochakov. Again, let's hear what you all are thinking about that in the comments. And then there's Season 16, which will feature a 3-league system going from Tier 5 to Tier 7, and it's going to get the arms race feature from the last season of Arena. Ooh la la, endless heals. For myself, I imagine that season will be a hard pass, but for you dedicated folks, I imagine you will be getting within spitting distance of your mighty Mo after this update cycle. And that is pretty much it for this update. So what do I think about all of this? Well, I don't think. At least not much. While all this new content is good, and, you know, there may be some surprises in there, I'm just not seeing anything that is going to change up the meta, no pun intended, of this game. We have another cycle of broken destroyer detection. There is absolutely zero reason destroyers should be able to get their detection below, like, 5.2. We have endless heals for battleships with will to rebuild, which, you know what, that is very close to invincible planes. We have more ideas to try and encourage people to play carriers, and nothing to address the god-awful Tier 7 and legendary games. Carriers aren't the answer to fix that. So, in the words of Eddie Vedder, everything has chains, and absolutely nothing's changed. The tier compression system has left Tier 7 and up just a complete mess. And so for those of you wondering why I haven't been posting videos, that's why. You all know I prefer top tier matches. I like to leave the low tiers as training grounds, and in the top tier matches, there is really little reason to play anything other than the Seal Klepper, of which I now have, I think, 20 Krakens with. I'm technically at Kraken 270 now. And this is with less than 1 million XP, and I just don't want to bore you guys with more videos of it. But with the state of the game, it is hard to be able to justify playing anything else. So, that's why you're not seeing more videos other than me getting a 14,400 damage Kraken, which we are going to see right now. There you go, Kraken 268 in the Arkansas. I am going to go down here. Yeah, look at me just getting hit with all those torpedoes. I don't even have AA, so of course I'm going to die. And rather than force you all to watch the rest of this, we will go ahead and skip to the scoreboard. Drum roll, please. 1,044 XP for a very bad game. And yeah, That's it for this one. If you think you can get a lower damage Kraken, then go ahead and hit like. If you think you can get a lower XP Kraken, then go ahead and hit dislike. Questions, comments, ideas on what I should try to make this game fun and keep making more videos, leave them down below. And if you want to be sure and see at least a couple more, go ahead and hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you all out there, and we'll talk soon.